An hour outside of Mexico City lies a place that's over 2,000 years old, and all the way up to now in 2026, we still don't know exactly who built it. So today, we're gonna go and explore the Teotihuacan pyramids. It's an ancient city that I'm really excited to check out, but here's the thing. First, we gotta figure out how to get there. So we're here at the Autobus del Norte bus station. We gotta find the bus that's gonna take us there. It's about an hour outside the city, so this will be an experience. All right, so we found the Autobus Teotihuacan area, I guess, and it's basically a charter company that specifically runs buses out to the pyramids. So we're just gonna wait in this line and try and grab a bus ticket. This isn't the kind of thing that you can get in advance. You kind of just have to show up and get it here. Gracias.
Gate 8, platform 6 in 3 minutes.
Gracias. Gracias.
Bye.
All right, so we got 2 tickets for round trip. It was like 325 pesos. It's not too bad for the 2 of us. So now she said we have to go down here to platform, or to A, I think she said A6. Okay, so I think this bus leaves in like 4 minutes. 6, yep. Alright, so we're looking for gate 6. Alright, we're on the bus here. So it should take, I think, like around an hour or something like that. 45 to an hour, depending on the traffic. Alright. So here we are on the bus to the Teotihuacan pyramids. Okay, so I just looked at the ticket. So it's 81 pesos per person per direction. So round trip, 324 pesos total. So that's about 18 or 19 USD, which is not bad for, basically 2 hours of driving round trip for 2 people. In the US, that would probably be at least 50 or 60 bucks. So we just stopped to let more people on, and like a guy got on basically just selling like refreshments and stuff. That's interesting. So I guess just because of how long the bus ride is, sometimes people realize that they need something in the middle. So he came on with like drinks, and I think there was like a horchata or something in there. There's all kinds of like different colored drinks that he was selling. Okay, so here's where we are now, and then up on the top right is where we're headed. So we're just in a little bit of traffic here, but nothing too crazy. Should be there just after 9 a.m. Okay, we seem to have stopped, but I'm not sure if this is our stop. Pyramides aquí or no? No. Next one. Okay, gracias. So we are in like downtown, just a guess of the Teotihuacan town that the pyramids are in. There's like a market here. I don't think we're gonna have time to like really explore the town itself, but this would be cool to come back to. I've decided that Mexico really likes their speed bumps. I feel like we have just constantly been going over speed bumps for like a good 40% of this drive. Alright, Pyramides, here we come. Gracias.
¿Hablan español, hermano?
El ingreso va a ser hacia arriba.
All right, guys, here we are at the Teotihuacan pyramids. Now we just gotta find where we're going. Of course, we got all these people who want to show us around, but we're not doing any of that. Okay, so once you make it past all the cellars, you get to the actual entrance here, but we're gonna take a slight detour. Kat spotted a sign that tells you about stuff, and wherever there's a sign that tells you about stuff, Kat wants to read it.
It's covered in graffiti, so we're not going to read it.
Yeah, ixnay on the sign reading, eh? Yeah, the air is so much fresher out here. You can tell there's not nearly as much pollution and population density. It's also like pretty quiet. Feels nice. I believe the entrance fee is cash only. Hola, dos. Gracias. Hi, puppy. Hola. Okay, so we got our tickets, we got our change. So let's make our way inside. And this will actually be our first look at some of the Mexican money outside of the 500 peso note that I had before. So here's the 20 note, and here's the 50 as well. And then we got a coin, but I don't know how much it's for. I don't see where it says. So it's a coin of some value, some denomination. And right up ahead is one of the pyramids. So I think there's two main pyramids here. There's the Pyramid of the Sun and the Pyramid of the Moon. But we'll get more information on that when we actually get in there. The back. So you do go through a security check here. But now that you're through that, it seems like you can kind of just walk through a couple more shops before getting to the actual pyramids. Wow, that's crazy. All right, and now we're coming up to the first of the pyramids here. Now, up until I think it was maybe like 2 years ago or so, you were actually allowed to climb all those steps all the way up to the top of the pyramid. You can see there's like handrails built into it, but they changed the rules because they didn't want the pyramid getting damaged from all the tourists just stomping all over it all day. So now you just kind of have to watch it from here.
I need your money.
I'm okay, brother. Gracias.
Take a look.
No, thank you.
Wait. Let me show you something
Gracias,
different.
gracias. No, thank you, no, thank you, no, thank you, no, thank you.
You don't mind the problems. You look.
No,
This
no,
is
thank
the
you.
top. I
No,
am
thank you.
naked.
Very
This is
nice.
volcanic rock.
Yeah?
This represents the sun. Take a look.
I'm okay, I'm okay.
And this is the moon. This is very hard to make it. Let me show you. You check. This is volcanic rock. You see, this is volcanic. You can see. I made it.
Very nice.
Maybe you want to buy, you give a special price for it.
I'm okay.
Where are you
Thank
from?
you. The US.
US. Maybe you want to help me, I give you a good price.
I'm okay.
You take you bottle, maybe more.
I'm
after,
okay, brother.
Maybe you buy.
I'm okay. Gracias.
Have a good day.
Gracias. Wherever there is a tourist attraction, there will be those trying to make money off of said tourists. I'm not mad at it. Everyone's got to make a living. Let's climb up here. Wow. So this was basically all like an actual, I guess you could call it master planned community, because like this was all planned out. This wasn't a random layout. Like this was designed to be the main thoroughfare. They call it the Avenue of the Dead. And you have all these different things on the sides. I don't know if these were like maybe people's houses at one point or if they were shops, but these days all that's left of them is just the stone itself that kind of formed the foundation, the stairs, the floor. There's no walls, there's no roofs, so I don't really know what these structures would have looked like 2,000 years ago. But the fact that they're even here is just crazy. Well, right as I was talking about it, we found an information sign that kind of confirmed what I was thinking. So all of these different places used to be kind of a mixture of, the sign called it multifamily condos. I don't know if they would have referred to it as that back then, but multifamily homes and then shops and just different things that were needed to live in the city back then. So at one point, this whole street was 5 kilometers long. It's not quite that long anymore, but there's still a pretty good chunk left of it. And I feel like we've been walking for a few minutes already, and I don't feel like we've gotten any closer to that pyramid. The distance is kind of deceiving. So this is the mural of the puma, and again painted, thousands of years ago. And you can see part of its face is blurred or has kind of been faded away, but they think that this was the puma crossing a river, and apparently the green circles could mean like flowing water. So that's kind of where they get the presumed meaning. And it's just built right into the stone, or painted right onto the stone here. The sun is crazy. It's not even hot. It's just strong sun. Now I'll tell you, if you're thinking of coming here, one of the big tips we got, and now being here, I'm really glad we followed it, is to come early. We woke up at 6 a.m. to go to the bus station, and we got here just about 9 a.m., all said and done. And apparently, if you get here anytime like 10 a.m. or 10:30 onwards, it's massively crowded and it's hard to see things, and it's just not as enjoyable an experience. So everyone told us to come early, so that's what we did. And I'd say it's a pretty good move. There's people here, but nothing crazy. I got plenty of room. You can even tell it's early because a lot of the vendors are just starting to set up. Not everybody's really up and running yet because they're not really expecting crowds at this hour. I think it opens around 8 a.m. So we got here about an hour after opening. We only waited 5 seconds or so in line to get a ticket, and we were able to just walk right in through security. Yeah, this is a nice way to experience this. We just came up this next set of very steep steps to explore this building here. So at one time, these were like full murals that don't exist anymore. You can see it's been like chipped away at, and this is kind of all that's left, this lower part. Okay, so we were just reading about it. So these are like central pillars are all carved, and the name of the building basically translates to beautiful butterfly. So that's what the butterfly pictures on all the signs are. So it says this possibly could have been like a residence for the leaders of the city, but obviously no one really knows. So this area is blocked off. You can't really get in, but you can see it just keeps going, and if you could go inside, you could probably stand up there and just look out over the whole city. If you look, there's like a whole maze almost down here. This all used to just be one massive structure, probably with, a roof and people living in it, working in it. This is crazy. And no historic place would be complete without modern construction happening on the bathrooms.
So how do we go to the bathroom?
We found this shop here. I'm gonna see if we could find some water, some energy drinks. Do you have energy drinks?
Red Bull, Monster. Is there like a Mexican one that's really good?
¿Cuál es el más
Mexicano. 50 pesos.
No agua?
Small, medium.
Medium. So here's a Mexican energy drink. Thank you. How much?
100.
It's made out of real fruits.
Thank you. Gracias.
Adios.
Adios. I'm gonna try this Mexican energy drink that Kat just got. It's called Amper and it's mango flavored. Oh, that's so much mango. Very sweet. Doesn't really taste like an energy drink though.
No, it just tastes like mango.
Yeah. All right, now that I'm hydrated, we're gonna explore this underground structure. Imagine like that used to be somebody's, I don't know, bathroom. You know, imagine like a toilet, a shower, a sink, a vanity, you know. That's where you do your makeup in the morning. I'm sure that's totally what happened here. Without a doubt. This could be somebody's living room maybe, a few thousand years ago. You know, you put your big screen TV on the wall there. It's where you host parties for all of your ancient neighbors and friends and family. I feel like this had to be intentional with the little stones in the I forget what you call it, grout, whatever you put between stored stones, like mortar, I guess it would be. So like this is definitely like a decorative choice because I can't imagine those little stones do anything to like improve the stability of the structure. And it just keeps going. Like some of these rooms are just like interconnected. Like you can go from this one directly into this one. It's just wild to think that all of these things could be built so long ago with no tools, at least no modern tools, no machines. Wow, look, you can even see some of the paintings over here. I don't know if you can really call them paintings or carvings or exactly what they are, but they have stood the test of time in a way that many things haven't. Here guys, check this one out. Look how incredibly this has been preserved. Presumably because it's inside, so not as exposed to the elements, you know. Same thing with the carvings up here. I mean, this is just crazy.
They buried that temple to build that area.
Well, Kat managed to find the exit, but I can't find the exit. Did I just like walk past it? Oh, I definitely walked right past it. Guys, I'm not used to waking up as early as I did to do this. Plus, yesterday morning we woke up at 3:30 in the morning to go to the airport, so I'm not firing on all cylinders right now. And when you come out of the underground structure, you're greeted with this incredible view of the moon pyramid. So this one isn't quite as big as the sun, naturally, but you are allowed to walk up, I think halfway to this one. That seems to be where everybody's stopping. But honestly, I don't think I have it in me to do that. I think that's going to be a hard pass for me. I do have one other piece of advice, though. If you're coming here, wear closed-toed shoes. I've seen some people walking around in flip-flops, and there's a good reason you don't want to do that. There are a lot of fire ants around here. I would not want my feet exposed walking in this area. That would be a no for me, dog. And back down the ridiculously steep steps. I don't know if you can hear it in the background of the video, but there's a couple of vendors selling these like flutes almost, and they are almost like having a bird call conversation with each other. One of them will play a few notes, the other one will play a few notes, another one will play a few notes, and it just kind of keeps like ping-ponging around the area. Hola. No, I'm okay.
Good price for you.
Gracias, I'm okay. I'm okay. Thank you. I'm definitely not in need of a pyramid chain. I don't need any pyramid bling, you know? It's not really my style. So we're now walking up to the Pyramid of the Moon right here. I mean, the pictures of this place really like don't quite do it justice when you realize the scale of it, and you think that people built this just with their hands, you know? I know I keep harping on the whole like people built this with no modern tools thing, but it really is incredible to me that this is able to be built and maintained for so long. Because the crazy thing is, this was actually built a lot more than 2,000 years ago. It's just that the Aztecs found it about 2,000 years ago, but it was abandoned way before that. We don't know who built it. We don't know why they abandoned the city. But then the Aztecs came across it. So all the names we have for these things were largely named by the Aztecs because we don't really know anything about who was here before and who built it and what names they might have had for stuff and what they might have used it for. It's all just speculation. There's a bro with the bird call behind me. Researchers kind of think that this pyramid in particular was used for a lot of rituals because when archaeologists went inside and kind of excavated some of it, they found like human remains, animal remains, and some of them were like bound in different ways, and it just kind of made it look like some kind of a ritual rather than just like a burying place. So who really knows what all of this stuff was used for, but we can certainly make some guesses based on what's in it. I don't know if you can see in the video, but down at the end where we came in, it's getting a lot busier, which means we made the right call of coming here early because we'll be heading out right as all the crowds start rushing in, which is the way I like to do things. So apparently if you stand in this one place, and I'm going to give Kat the camera here, and you clap, you can actually hear it bounce off of all the different stone walls behind you. I don't know if the camera's picking that up, because if not, I just look like an insane person standing here clapping to myself. But if you can, that's what it's doing. And that's pretty much it for the Teotihuacan pyramids, guys. This was a really cool experience. If you're in Mexico City and you have a couple of hours to get outside the city, I recommend you do it. It does take some time. I do recommend you get up early. Like I said, we woke up at about 6. We left the hotel around 7, and we got here around 9. But it did take us about 20 minutes just to get from the hotel to the bus stop. So if you're staying somewhere near the north bus terminals, you could cut down a little bit of that time. You can also Uber out here or take a cab out here. It's obviously more expensive than the bus. The bus was like $9 a person for the round trip, and Uber was like $60 US each way. And getting an Uber back can really be a problem because the drivers don't hang out around here and you're so far outside the city that there's not really a lot of good Ubers. So you kind of have to get lucky that someone's getting dropped off in an Uber at the same time that you want to catch one back. And there's also not a lot of shaded places to hang out, so if you end up having to wait a while to get an Uber, you're kind of just out here in the sun. But that's the Teotihuacan pyramids. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will see you on the next one.